If you love putting out a feeder for the birds in your backyard, you are going to want to see this. We're about to pull back the curtain on a really common but often invisible danger that a lot of well-meaning bird lovers totally miss. And it's something that could be happening in your feeder right now. Wow. I mean, that hits hard, doesn't it? That is a gut punch of a quote. It's that horrible, sinking feeling when you realize your best intentions might have gone wrong. And honestly, it's the exact reason we need to be talking about this. So what exactly is this hidden danger? Well, we're talking about toxic mold. And no, it's not just some ugly stuff you can scrape off. It's a genuinely serious threat to the birds we love to watch. Okay, let's get specific. The real enemy here is something called mycotoxins. Think of them as these nasty little poisons that the mold creates. And for a bird, they are devastating. We're not talking about a little upset stomach. These things go straight for the liver and the respiratory system. Even a tiny bit can be incredibly dangerous or even fatal. And here's the kicker. This is what makes it so insidious. The birds have no idea it's there. They can't smell it, they can't taste it. They'll just keep eating the seed completely unaware that it's poisoned, which means, the responsibility to keep them safe, it falls completely on us. All right, now that we know what we're up against, it's time to become mold detectives. This next part is all about giving you the tools to spot the enemy before it can cause any harm. Let's dive into what causes it and what it looks like. The recipe for mold is actually super simple. All you need is two things: moisture and feet. Once you get humidity creeping above 70%, or some rain gets into the feeder and can't get out, boom! You've basically created the perfect little incubator. The flip side, of course, is our best defense, keeping things as dry, cool, and airy as possible. And this is why we have to be so vigilant. Just look at that number. In as little as 24 to 48 hours, that's just 1 or 2 days, perfectly good, fresh birdseed can turn toxic. It really shows you how fast a safe feeder can become a dangerous one, especially when it's warm and humid outside. So what are you actually looking for? Here is your field guide. Keep your eyes peeled for any of that fuzzy growth, the gray-green or black stuff. Or maybe you'll see these white, kind of cotton-like threads weaving through the seed. Check the seeds themselves for any weird black spots. And if the seed is all clumped together, or worse, feels slimy, yeah, that's a huge red flag. And please hear this. If you see any of those signs, the entire batch of seed has got to go. I know it's tempting to just scoop out the bad part, but you can't. Those mycotoxins are microscopic, and they've already spread through everything. Don't risk it. The only safe move is to toss it all out and start fresh. Okay, enough doom and gloom, right? Let's talk solutions. Think of this section as your own personal prevention playbook. We're going to walk through the simple, smart strategies you can use to make sure mold never even gets a chance to start. First things first, your gear matters. A lot. This little chart breaks it down perfectly. See how mesh or platform feeders have excellent airflow and drainage? That makes them a fantastic low-risk choice. Those classic tube feeders, on the other hand, can actually trap moisture, which puts them in the high-risk category. If you love your tube feeder, just make sure it has plenty of drainage holes at the bottom. And where you put the feeder is just as important as what it is. Try to find a spot that gets some sun and a nice breeze. That'll help everything dry out after it rains. And definitely try to avoid putting it right under a drippy tree branch or the edge of your roof. Sometimes just moving it a few feet can make all the difference. Now, let's talk about the seed itself. You can set yourself up for success right away by choosing seeds like black oil sunflower, safflower, or Niger. They're just naturally more resistant to mold. Be a little wary of mixes that have a lot of cracked corn because that stuff molds really, really fast. And how you store it is critical. Use an airtight container, keep it somewhere cool and dry, and try not to buy massive bags. Just get what you can use up in a reasonable time. Remember, freshness is safety. So you've got the right feeder in the right spot with the right seed. Awesome. The last piece of the puzzle is just turning all this knowledge into a super simple, easy habit. Let's build your healthy feeder routine. Okay, let's make this really easy. Every day, just take a quick peek. Does it look okay? Does it smell okay? Great. Then, once a week, make it a point to dump out whatever's left, give the feeder a good scrub, and then refill it. And here's the big one. Right after it rains, go check on it. That's prime time for moisture to cause problems. And just remember, this isn't a rigid, set-in-stone schedule. You've got to play it by ear and react to the weather. In the middle of a hot, humid summer or during a really rainy week in the spring, you might need to do that full clean out every 2 or 3 days. The wetter it is, the more you need to check. So, when you boil it all down, it really comes back to these 4 simple keys. Number 1, keep the seed dry. Number 2, promote airflow with your feeder choice and its placement. 3, replace the seed often, don't let it sit there for weeks on end. And 4, just keep an eye on things every single day. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. When your backyard birds show up for breakfast tomorrow, what are they going to find? A few simple checks, a little bit of care, it can make the world of difference. It's the difference between a healthy meal and a hidden poison. The choice is yours. So, what will they find?